But behind all of that rock star image, you're actually a very organised person, aren't you? Some would say over-organised, in fact. Here's your PR man, Simon Porter.
Francis often takes journalists by surprise. If they've got dirty shoes, he'll suddenly whip out one of those little shoe sponges and start cleaning their shoes. And he's got an obsession for having clean shoes at all times. And we were in a hotel, I think it was in Paris, and they had those little shoe polishers in the rooms. Francis was really taken with them. They're really nice ones. So he ended up, I think he bought 5,000 off the hotel, and he carries them around with him at all times in his puff bag.
He said he carries them around in his puff bag.
Puff bags. In the 70s, when we used to be a place in Kenny Market, you could buy these bags, and you know, to carry your cigarettes and whatever you had at the time. I got this little canvas bag.
You're a heavy smoker.
Well, hang on, give me a minute. And ever since we've had puff bag, there's the major puff bag, then inside is the little klein, which we call kleiner Puffentasche, small puff bag. That's the doorstop for when you first get to a hotel and the luggage is upstairs.
No!
Oh,
Rick carries his own doorstop.
Reading glasses, regular glasses. What else we got? A load of shit in here. Homeopathic sleepers.
That's your proudest possession.
Well, it's a boarding comb, you see. Because actually, it doesn't make any difference. I can do that and nothing happens. So, you know, there's loads of spare plectrums, spare hair ties.
But what about these shoe polisher things that you bought?
Okay, if you want a polish, you can have a polish with me if you like. Fuck off. Now, I'm telling you.
I'll tell you what.
Wait, that's come up. We'll have a before and after here. We'll flog this. We'll be on one of those channels later on. There you go.
Thank you very much. You know when you said that you weren't sure if you were obsessive, I think you possibly are.
I think I possibly am, yeah.
On the serious note, do you think that the obsessive, organised, new Francis is part of the same addictive Francis?
Probably. I'm not as analytical as that, but it's very good, yeah. Probably.
Now, by 1996, you chalked up your 50th hit, despite your obviously hectic shoe cleaning schedule. And the 50th, I think, was Fun, 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 which got into the charts, but without any help from Radio 1.
The rock group Status Quo say they're planning to sue BBC Radio 1 because the station doesn't play their records anymore. The group, which was set up in the 60s, say they've been banned from the airwaves because they're too old. Radio 1 says its main aim is to play the best new music.
Now, famously, of course, the judge had never heard of you, but apparently his dad was a big fan.
That's nice, It was never going to get us radio play again.
No.
In fact, most stations followed suit after that, or a lot of stations followed suit. In retrospect, we shouldn't have done it.
But your fans were genuinely aggrieved, and here's the president of your junior fan club.
Their singing is so clear you can hear every word they sing. That's the most feeling part.
That is Rick Parfitt, in fact. See, without his makeup on, he doesn't look quite so good, does he?
He does burn it at both ends, doesn't he? Yeah.
Now, in 1997, there was a bigger sign of mortality loomed up when Rick had a quadruple heart bypass, which is obviously terrifying for him. How did it affect you, apart from your worries for him?
Well, David phoned me and I was at home and it was, he said, Rick's just gone to hospital, he's having a quadruple bypass. What? It's like, you know, it's not one of those things you expect to hear suddenly on the phone. What are you calling me for? And I was kind of stunned and I put the phone down and went and told the wife. And it was really worrying for a while until I think I saw him about 2 days later. And once I saw him, he was fine. I knew he was going to be fine.
Yeah, well, he was quite shocked you visited him in hospital. Here he is.
I'm lying there and I had no idea, and he just kind of walked in, and I was really surprised that he'd come and seen me, really, because I didn't expect him to. It's not the sort of thing that he would do. Mind you, I suppose it's not every day your best pal has a sort of a quadruple heart bypass, I suppose. But I was quite surprised to see him. It nearly gave me another heart attack if it hadn't.
It's a good job you didn't wander in and say, Rick, I've learned a fourth chord. you spent all that time on the road. You had 8 kids by 3 different mothers.
16 minutes of sex, you're envious.
I mean, looking back, do you wish that you'd had more time as a normal family time, if you like?
Yes and no, but I think that's a guilt trip, and I don't.
Yeah.
I try not to go there on guilt trips because things are as they are. When I'm at home, particularly myself at home, I don't go out. I remember when my dad. I always loved the winter and the grey days. The things that really piss most people off. I love a grey, windy day or a rainy day or a snowy day. It meant my dad wasn't going out to sell ice cream. He would have to stay home. And the whole thing about my dad being at home and the fire being alight and that atmosphere of that time of year still really excites me. And I hope I pass some of that on to my kids.
There has been a bit of rebellion amongst your kids, hasn't there? Because one of them actually wanted to become, and did become, a policeman.
He tried, yeah, Nicholas, yeah. Funny boy.
So you're happily settled with your wife, Irene, and you're not seen quite so often these days in the British charts, but like many old rockers, you're very, very big in Germany, and you often play over there for the troops, don't you? Here's Jim Davidson.
When I phoned up and said, look, listen, I'm chairman of the British Forces Foundation, I want to do a nice big show over in Germany for 10,000 British troops, and I want you to do it for nothing. He was the first one to say, yeah, we'll do it. We will be there. And the reason is because he's a kind bloke, he's an understanding man, he's a caring man, but the real reason is because they've got no other work.
Oh, you silly sod.
It's rubbish to say that you've got no work, of course, because what about this appearance as backing band for the German star Stefan Remmler?
No, that's not fair.
This is great. See, they're not laughing now, are they, Radio 1, when they see that? We're going to play out now with a medley of some of your finest performances. But first, ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for the remarkable Francis Rossi.